What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, just another PokeTuber, coach of your Piedmont Tri Kickers, coming at you today with week 1 of season 1 of the UCDL. Today we are taking on Coach Necrotic. He's coach of the San Jose Shifus. We have played him twice in the past. The first game was just, I'm telling it like it is. The first game was just littered with hacks, like just in his favor, like just littered with it. And the second time we played, well, a lot of you haven't even seen that video because I'm gonna tell you why you haven't seen the video. The video is 53 minutes long because he wanted to pee stall me. I understand playing to your outs, so I'm not going to come at him for that. But for those of you who are wondering why I never put that video public, I really respect the time of everyone who watches my stuff. So I try not to give you guys, well, I'm telling like it is, brain rot. And the people who have seen it, it's because we were in the same league and I just felt like it was fair, let's post our battles from this league. Let's be fair. But to the people who haven't seen it, it's because I did not want to waste y'all's time. Everyone who's watched it told me they struggle to not fall asleep, and I don't think they were exaggerating because it's literally 53 minutes of me being pee stalled. But I don't think he's going to be capable of doing that this time around. Actually, he usually drafts like really bulky teams, but this team is honestly one of the most offensive teams I've ever seen him draft. This team consists of none other than Darkrai, Gliscor, Scizor, Ogerpon Hearthflame, Thundurus Therian, the Pheasantipity, Slowking, Baxcalibur, Chansey, Hitmonlee, and Teddiursa. And the Teddiursa just made me realize I forgot to add Chimchar to my side of the thing. Trust and believe by next week he'll be on there. I also want to say he got the Slowking Baxcalibur duo like in the grace period, which I do find kind of crazy. So I do expect those two to come, as well as Darkrai and Gliscor. I do think they're going to come. I think all four of those come. Slowking for like this to set the snow for Excalibur, and I think Gliscor and Darkrai come as well. I think Scizor comes because in regards to, because here's the thing, we have a Ting-Lu, so he has to remove Hazard some way. He's going to bring Scizor or he's going to bring Hitmonlee. I do not think he brings Hitmonlee into the team that has, and I quote, Pecharunt, Alola, Hatterene, the Zapdos. Like, I just don't think that thing is coming. So I think he brings Scizor, and I think to round out the team, he's either going to bring Ogerpon or Thundurus. So yeah, I don't think Hitmonlee or Teddiursa come. I'm gonna spare Teddiursa. I don't think the Chansey comes because bro, we have a Cinderace, and a Zapdos Galar. I highly doubt that thing comes. Not to mention that our main special attacker, well, not the main, but like one of our main special attackers is the Pecharunt, who is probably one of the few special attackers that can actually 1v1 Chansey because of like the whole poison interaction thing. And Pheasantipity's matchup doesn't look terrible, but I definitely don't think it comes to this game though. So to combat this team, first and foremost, I decided I'm going to bring the Tingus of Luz, Ting-Lu. He's been rocking his leftovers. Vessel of Ruin for the ability, max HP, 4 attack, max SPDF, careful nature with Ruination, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Whirlwind. So I basically just ran a move that allows me to hit everything. And then we have Whirlwind to, phase out like anything that tries to set up in my face. Ruination would be payback if not for the Gliscor. So because of Gliscor, I decided I need to run Ruination over payback. And also, one reason I didn't run hazards on this set is because I feel like if I ran hazards on this set, it just invites Gliscor in, and then we're just hazard stacking each other, which I didn't want. So I decided, you know what, we're gonna just run like a offensive move set, but with a defensive EV spread. This thing is mainly here for mons like the Darkrai, the Thundurus. Now don't get me wrong, I get coverage to hit us, like with like Ice Beam and Grass Knot, but they don't do like crazy damage to us because of our ability, and also because of the fact that we're just like that bulky, like 165 HP, no, 155 HP. Yeah. So yeah, that's Ting-Lu, mainly here to check the special attackers, primarily the whatchamacallit, the Darkrai. Next on the team roster is a Pokemon that's, well, he pairs with Ting-Lu because that's just my defensive core. It's none other than Petulant, Mr. Moche Moche, who is rocking his Black Sludge so we can get, passive recovery. Poison Puppeteer for the ability, 220 HP, 228 defense, 60 special attack, Bold Nature with Malignant Chain, Hex, Foul Play, and Recover. Recover helps keep us healthy. Foul Play is here because if Scizor or Baxcalibur tries setting up on us, it'll literally be the death of them. Like, just straight up like that. Because outside of snow, we can actually kill Baxcalibur with Foul Play if it sets up. In snow, it kind of depends. It would have to be +2 for us to kill it. If he's +1, we actually don't kill him. We can live as long as we're at full health. We can live the EQ as well. So there's always that. We're running 60 special attack because that's all we need to be able to 2-shot Gliscor with Hex. And I already told you guys I have Foul Play for Scizor as well if it wants to try to set up on us. And then we have Malignant Chain for pretty much everything else I'm expecting. So this mod is mainly here so we don't lose to Ogerpon or, honestly, Ogerpon or Baxcalibur if I'm being real with you. And it's also here to switch into Toxics on the Gliscor because Earthquakes actually don't hit us crazy hard. The main thing we'll have to watch out for is whether or not it has Taunt. But yeah, that is Mochi Mochi. Next on the team roster is a mon that I feel like if we can just get rid of Gliscor, this mon looks really strong offensively. We decided we're going to bring Thunderbird, the Zapdos Gala, who's rocking his Choice Scarf, Defiant for the ability because I'm expecting Defog. Granted, we didn't bring any hazards, but I'm expecting Defog. We have 104 HP, 252 attack, 152 speed, so just enough to outspeed Darkrai, basically. Adamant Nature with Close Combat, Brave Bird, Knockoff, and U-Turn. U-Turns for pivoting. Knockoff, could be useful for removing items. Like maybe we think Gliscor is going to swap into us, and we can just click Knockoff onto the incoming Gliscor. Boom, now you can't get your healing. But if we get rid of Gliscor, and depending on what else he brings, like Brave Bird or Close Combat can just be a free click into the whole team. And there's a lot of mons we can just, revenge kill. So, like, Ogerpon, Darkrai, a chipped Thundurus, because it's not, like, the bulkiest thing in the world. You guys get the idea. That is Thunderbird, mainly here just to be, like, a Scarf revenge killer. Next on the team roster is a mon to basically ensure that Gliscor can't Toxic my team. It can't set hazards on us, so I think you guys already know what mon I'm talking about too. It's none other than Botan the Hatterene, who's rocking her Leftovers. Magic Bounce for the ability, so Gliscor literally can only attack us. We are max HP, max defense, 4 special attack, Relaxator with Psychic Noise, Nuzzle, Draining Kiss, and Baton Pass. Baton Pass is for pivoting. Psychic Noise is so Gliscor can't heal. Nuzzle is for things like the Darkrai, the Ogerpon, these annoying setup sweepers. Like even Scizor being Nuzzle would be pretty good because then you're slower than Ting Lu and we don't have to really worry about the U-turn as much. We have Draining Kiss to help us stay healthy because Gliscor could just click Knockoff into us, so I still want a way to be able to heal ourselves. And in general, Draining Kiss is just like a really good click into a lot of things on my opponent's team as well. So yeah, that is Botan. Next on the team roster, my opponent has an Ogerpon. I have an Ogerpon. It'd be pretty wrong if I didn't bring my Ogerpon to the game with another Ogerpon, so of course, we're going to bring our Ogerpon, who's rocking her Wellspring Mask, Water Absorb for the ability, max attack, Force Speed F, max speed, because we do speed tie there, Ogerpon. We have Ivy Cudgel, Trailblaze, Play Rough, and Swords Dance. Ivy Cudgel and Play Rough are honestly the only attacks we need to hit the entire team. And if we SD, we literally just kill everything. I'm not going to go into more detail than that. That's literally everything that needs to be said about Ogerpon. Next on the team roster, last but not least, this guy's coming. He's the team mascot himself, the one, the only Cinderace Soul, who's rocking his heavy-duty boots, Libero for the ability, max attack, 72 Speed F, because the only thing we're slower than is Darkrai, so I decided just to invest into the Speed F after speed creeping the Ogerpon with our 184 speed. We are Jelly Nature with Power Ball, Low Kick, U-Turn, and Court Change. I really wanted to run Gunk Shot, but I needed to be able to remove hazards, and I also need a Low Kick for the Baxcalibur. And it also because it one-shots Baxcalibur, but it also one-shots Darkrai, crazy enough. U-turns for pivoting, so we can just U-turn on the Ogerpon. We have Powerball, that we can just click into pretty much everything else. And the reason we don't have hazards on Ting Lu, the way I look at it, I can just let his Gliscor set hazards, and then I'll just Court Change them back, and then Ting Lu can just whirlwind him into his own hazards. Isn't that just so poetic, guys? But yeah, that is the team. I think I've said everything that needed to be said, so without further ado, let's get into the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, Necrotic. Hopefully this battle is a banger. Alright, we are connected with our opponent, Necrotic. He has brought Darkrai, Ogerpon, Baxcalibur, Scizor, Gliscor and Thunderous. So, well, I think we could lead off with, let's lead off with Cinderace. If he leads Gliscor, we just, or could we lead off? Yeah, let's lead off with Cinderace. I think that's our best lead. Let's just lead off with Cinderace. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. But we do got to be careful because we can't let Cinderace die early. At least not until Gliscor is dead. Then after that, we can entertain the idea. But let's see what my opponent decides to lead off with. They lead off with this thing. This is interesting. They could be scarfed. They could be scarfed. Usually when you lead these things, they're scarfed. So just in case they're scarfed, let's go out into you. Yeah, let's go out into you. Granted, they could have U-turn instead of whatchamacallit, Volt Switch. If they U-turn here, I'm going to assume that they're scarfed. If they U-turn, I'm going to assume that they're scarfed. Oh, they're nasty plotting. Oh my goodness, I could have hit this thing. I could have just hit this thing. Well, since I know your game, I could really use this for... The only mon I really need this for, if I'm being honest, would be the Darkrai, but we have, I'm gonna whirlwind this thing out and hope we don't die to a grass knot. Okay. And of course it was a crit. But it is what it is. At least we got this thing out the way. So now we got some information on this thing. We know that it's not scarfed. Alright. Should have just Powerballed. Should have just Powerballed. Next time I will not make that mistake. I think we just go into our Pecharunt here and keep Ting-Lu around as a sec. Yeah, let's just go into Pecharunt and keep Ting-Lu around as a sec. Let's just do that. Or you never know, maybe there's a Dragon Dance. Could have just Stone Edged. Of course. So, wait, did I even put Foul Play on? Yeah, I did. Alright, we're just going to Foul Play right here. If they Dragon Dance again, they're just super duper greedy. We're just going to Foul Play right here. We're basically losing all of our defensive pieces like super early. Glaive Rush. This actually might kill this thing if we don't die. I think this kills because it should do double damage, right? Yeah. Alright. So Pecharunt takes out Baxcalibur, which is good. Yeah, it's kind of good, kind of not. Haraya, who's that? This thing. Considering bro has been trying to set up like the whole game, I am just not gonna... I'm just gonna click Malignant Chain. Wow. Okay. Interesting stuff. Do we get the poison? No. So you guys remember how I said there might come a time where we need to sack the Ting-Lu? This might be the time where we need to sack the Ting-Lu. So I think I'm making the executive decision to sack my Ting-Lu right now. I'm going to sack my Ting-Lu right now. I'm going to sack my Ting-Lu. I don't think they're going to just let me keep clicking the button into them. Dark Pulse, alright, cool. Their Life Orb. Alright. I'm trying to actually lose my Ting Lu. I'm just gonna click Whirlwind. Okay. So Swords Dance, Drain Punch. Regardless, we're going into Zapdos, so we're just gonna U-turn. Yeah, we're just gonna go into Zapdos and U-turn. U-turn into what? I have to think about that after I see what the heck is left. But we are going to U-turn here. It's pretty obvious that we're scarfed, so I would imagine that he switches out here. So Ting Lu is down on our side, Excalibur is down on his side. So we're gonna get initiative here. Who's this? This thing. So we're gonna U-turn out. I think we just go into our Pebbles. Yeah, I think we just go into our Pebbles. The question is whether or not we click SD here. Honestly, I think we just try to kill this thing. Let's not get greedy. Let's just try to kill this thing. Ugh, it's so close. He's going to U-turn on us. Aerial Ace? We could have SD'd there. I feel like he's out of range of... So here's the bright thing, right? We know we're faster than some things. So I think we just Ivy Cudgel and kill this. Yeah, let's not overthink it. Because this frees up our... This really frees up our boy Zapdos. Pariah comes back out, so we're gonna go out into this Pokemon. And we're gonna click Nuzzle. We're gonna click Nuzzle. Do we click Nuzzle? Yeah, I think we click Nuzzle. Or we just Baton Pass out. It's one of the two. I mean, we could just, but actually, I think we just Baton Pass out because we can just Baton Pass into, just Baton Pass into our, Zapdos. We just Baton Pass into our Zapdos. Because we know he has Drain Punch, Dark Pulse, Swords Dance. Whatever the fourth move is, I mean, even if it's Poison Jab, because I know this thing gets Poison Jab, even if it's Poison Jab, I don't think it kills us, does it? We're gonna find out, I know that much. And Drain Punch shouldn't do a whole lot to us either. Yeah. And we're just gonna Baton Pass out. That was a crit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was a crit. And we're just going to Baton Pass out. If he stays in, we go into our, if he stays in, we just go into our Zapdos, and if he switches into Scizor or the other guy like I think he will, regardless, Zapdos is the play. Let's see. Pugon, who's that? Oh, probably, yeah, this thing. Yep, we're gonna just Baton Pass out. So let me double check something because I don't want to go into Zapdos yet. So from right here, do we live a hit from our guy? We're at 167. And let's assume he has Stomping Tantrum or Knockoff. We're at 45%. Neither one of those moves kill us. So I say we just go into you because Gliscor is dead. If he goes into Scizor, actually, I think we just take this turn to click for cover. Leech Seed? Okay. We just recover this turn. I'm going to foul play the potential Scizor coming in. Yeah, here's Scizor. We do a decent little chunk. So let's see, how much HP are they getting back versus what we're doing to them? Yeah, it's a decent amount back. I absolutely don't want to sack you or anything. So what I think we do is just click foul play again. That did some decent damage. Okay. Because if we keep this thing low, he doesn't really switch into Cinderace anymore. I think we click recover because you're the best thing we have for Ogerpon. Because I think long term we can win the war of attrition. I feel like long term we can win the war of attrition. Ooh, okay. If I would have foul played that turn, bro. Let me see, we're at 273 and we have no item. $273. No item. Knock off. They're +2. We should live this hit. So we're just going to click foul play. Because if we kill Scizor, Hatterene doesn't look bad into the rest of the matchup. If we kill Scizor, that's really big for us. See? I thought so. See? They try to call my bluff. We don't bluff around here. This is good too. Chip on this is good. Because, bro, if we can just get stuff... Like, if I chip this... Actually, hold up. Let's think about this rationally. I say let's go into you and just baton pass out. We could have Malignant Chain. That's nice to know. Yep, they went for that. They probably have Sludge Bomb. They might also be in range of Ivy Cudgel, which they just do not switch into anymore. I think we just click Draining Kiss in case we don't die. Maybe we should have just baton passed, but in case they're bold enough to stay in, okay. Can you live? That's my girl. Now you're absolutely in range of Ogerpon. Now you're absolutely in range of Ogerpon. Um, please don't have agility. That would really suck. If they have agility, this is GG's. Like, absolutely GG's. Okay, good. They don't have agility. So they take out Hat, which is unfortunate. They take out Hatterene, which is unfortunate. So we're going to go into this and just click Ivy Cudgel. We're just going to click Ivy Cudgel. And this should kill. You're dead. That crit did not matter. So that's 2 for Ogerpon. So that's 1-1 for Thundurus. So they only have Scizor, Darkrai, and Ogerpon left. Their Ogerpon. Do I want to risk the Speed Tie? How healthy is our Mochi person? I think we just risk the Speed Tie. You go, Pebbles. That's my Pebbles. That's my Pebbles. That's my Pebbles. He goes for his Ivy Cudgel. Good play on his part. And I think after this, we just go into Cinderace and U-turn out. Yeah, just go Cinderace and U-turn out. Good job, Pebbles. Good job, Pebbles. We're just going to U-turn out. And I'm going to check to see if we just... We're going to go into Zapdos regardless. But Cinderace is going to come on out. Ogerpon is going to go down. That leaves Scizor and Darkrai at the mercy of Mr. Zapdos. They're at the mercy of Mr. Zapdos. Who he wants to go into next is up to him. Oh, I mean, Darkrai just dies. So he has to kind of go into Scizor. I mean, both of these moves just kill, I think. Let me look. How much damage is Zapdos doing to Scizor? You're a Swords Dance. Just to be safe, I think what we do I mean, Brave Bird could just kill, right? Okay, I think we just U-turn into Pecharunt. Get some more chip on him. Make sure he's absolutely in range of a Brave Bird, and then, you know. Or, actually, we just go into Cinderace. Yeah, we just go into Cinderace. What does he go for? Swords Dance, alright. Now we just throw a Powerball his way. He's dead. Good job, Cinderace. So that's 2 for Mr. Ace. And depending on... I don't think Darkrai can kill us, so we're just going to U-turn and kill it. Even with Drain Punch, I'm pretty sure you're dead, buddy. So we're going to U-turn and close out the game here. Starting the, you know, we're starting UCDL off strong. You're not going to flinch us, right? You're not going to flinch us, right? Okay, good. Starting UCDL off strong with a week 1 win against Necrotic. GG's to the opponent, Necrotic. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you haven't done so already... Oh, did he rage quit? Oh, well. But anyway, if you haven't done so already, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, peace out.